Welcome to another Astron Reviews, and this time we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Playmates 2-pack, Walmart exclusive, Donatello and Shredder. This can be picked up online at various retailers. I have never actually seen this one at a Walmart. I picked up the Leonardo and the Michelangelos there on clearance. Luckily, I found these for roughly the same price, $15 to $25. So, this one was a little more, but I was wanting a Shredder because finally, a mass retail Shredder that didn't suck. At least I thought. And then I seen the NECA one and went, wow. I decided to go Toon because that's what I collected as a kid. And I'm so far behind on the movie figures that there'll be a fortune to try to collect those. I might go into that at a later date. I don't know. But this is Shredder and Donatello 2-pack. I'm probably going to have to fix his face with some paint, but, you know, for display, sitting on the shelf, 10 feet away, it should look alright. Look at the packaging. Yippee-ki-yay. That's not what we're here to see. We're here to see if these figures are cool. Now, I'm not going to go through the articulation on all the turtles, but I will go on articulation on different figures in the set, because all the turtles are identical aside from face sculpt and accessories. So anyway, I'm going to do a quick pause here. It'll be a few minutes for me, but for you, it'll be a blink of an eye. Alright, and we're back. So as you can see, I've got them out of package. And my fear about the turtle size kind of shows itself right here. Like I said, I could be wrong about this, but I feel like this should be just slightly smaller when compared to a standard human character. So if I put Shredder right here with him, he is significantly bigger. And yeah, it doesn't quite work, but I guess depending on how you do your display, you can have Shredder, in the background commanding his army, which is pretty much how I'm going to do mine. Now, for a Shredder figure, personally, this is the best one I've ever owned. Having not had the NECA or Super 7 version, but Super 7 version in its Ultimates is just a modernized, upscaled version, or larger, 7-inch scale modernized version of the original toy Shredder. I never liked it as a kid that much. Always thought it was weird that he, his outfit did not match most anything else. So this Shredder I'm happy with for the time being, till I can get me a NECA. I mean, it's not bad. And, as I do upgrade to the NECA versions of these, as I can get them, find them, whatever, what I'll do is I'll just pass these down to my kids. So, he comes with some accessories that the original Turtles came with. And you can even kind of say these are Donatellos, too, depending on how you want to display them. But you got the hook weapon thing. I used to know the names of these when I was a kid. Please feel free in the comments to say what these are. And then you got his dagger, which used to go in a little pouch in the back of Raphael's shell. Belt on the back of his shell. And then this little thing, another type of dagger. Like I said, I don't know the names of these off the top of my head. And then he's got his katana, which is what I'll be putting in Shredder's hand. Now, the interesting thing about this, notice it's, you can tell this came later in the line, because it's blunted and rounded and doesn't really show much of an edge. Like, you get an idea of a bevel, but that's about it. It's a little bit straighter. But then look at Leonardo's. Pointed tip, just like it should be. Maybe it should have been rounded just slightly here, but his katanas were always pointed at an angle. And this gives a good chance to do a comparison here with turtles between Donnie or Donatello and Leo. You get to see the difference in their coloring. that they actually did go ahead and give them their unique skin colors that they should have. And I like that. Um, One of the things I didn't really go over is there's a point of articulation in the hand, specifically the, well, let's clean that up. Yeah, sprue mark. And it's this thumb. I feel like that will be a very, very fragile joint, and you'd have to handle it with care. Apologize about my shirt there. It's my work shirt. So, shredder, these pauldrons are on hinges, so they'll get out of the way. These joints on mine are really tight and loose, almost like ratchets there. But they can go way up, like so. The pauldrons get right out of the way. No finger articulation. Wrist is on a rotation and has flexion. Double jointed elbows. Oh, He's got a kind of a diaphragm joint like the turtles, but it looks weird on a human. It's right here at the chest line. I'm going to try to keep mine posed where it's like this, to keep the articulation point closed. Head is like all the others on a ball joint. So you get all the movement the ball joint will give you. Static neck. Same basic articulation, especially for the time. I don't know when this figure came out originally, but the Turtles were 2012, I think. So there's Shredder. Paint detail on him, it's not that great, really. Everything appears to be molded in the color it should be. The only real paint on him is the eyes and the skin tone on his face. Maybe the mask. Let me get a closer look at that. Okay, I believe the mask is painted. I'm not going to scratch it to find out. Like I said, until I get my hands on a proper shredder or NECA shredder, this will be the one in my collection. And I think he looks pretty good. He looks the part of an animation accurate shredder. And if you can get this, once again, I wouldn't pay the original $40, $50 for it, but if you could get it cheaper, I would definitely recommend it. Let's put Shredder with Rocksteady and see how he scales with his minion, especially the way I got him posed. Now, see, I can see that. And I guess in a way, depending on how you want to look at the lore, the Ninja Turtles were giant walking, talking turtles. So if they were considered giant by human standards, of course they'd be, seen as a giant turtle. But, if you compare them to human proportions, if they were larger than normal human, then yeah, I could see the comparison to the giants. However, when we get to them, we're going to see something a little bit different. So, like I said, I do not have the NECA or Super 7 versions of the boys, but I do have the Hasbro Power Ranger crossovers. So we'll be taking a look at them a little bit later. But for now, this has been my thoughts and a basic review of Donatello and Shredder. And like I said, I like the Shredder figure. It's much better than most of the ones I've seen for classic Turtles. And I don't dislike the classic Turtles. I just think they're a little bit big if you're trying to do a comprehensive collection. But the detail and painting on them is absolutely sharp. So what little there is, it's done well, except Shredder's. So anyway, clean lines, no overbleed, unique sculpts for the heads. And like I said, fairly articulate, and you can give them expression, which is nice. Well, got Donatello going, come on. Come here. More aggressive looking. There we go. Pulling his bow staff, which stores quite nicely on the back of his shell, just like every other Donatello. And with that, like I said, if you want a superposable turtle, I'm leaning toward this line. Probably is the best as far as superposability and looks. But as far as being in scale with human characters, even in their own line, they didn't seem to be able to do that quite right. So this will be it for this video, and stay tuned for the next one, where it will be let's go off Raphael and Triceraton. For now, have a good day, and I'll see you next time.